What's up guys, it's Ben. I'm back with another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys why first impressions are so important. So as you know, the first impression is the initial impression that someone has of you when they meet you for the first time. So when you're on a date with a girl, the first impression she's going to have on you is going to dictate whether or not she will continue to enjoy the date and whether or not she'll actually want to see you again later on. So it's super important to be coming correct and present yourself in the proper way to leave a good impression on others. And this could be in romantic relationships, this could be in work relationships, this could be in friendships, this could be in any sort of relationship you have with another person, boy or girl, it does not matter. And leaving a good impression on someone else will make them respect you more. And if it's with a girl, it will make them like you more. The first reason why first impressions are so important is because it gives her an initial assessment of who you are. On the first date, the girl will most likely not know you from before and will have never seen you before. So now she's gonna see you physically, what your body looks like for the first time. She's gonna get to know your personality, how you are in different situations. And this is gonna be a lot of information for her to take in, okay? But it's gonna be a lot of information for you to also take in, right? You're getting to know her as well. And what you have to understand is you want to leave a good impression on them the same way that you want someone to leave a good impression on you, right? So if you're not into a girl, it's because she hasn't left a good impression on you. Same way that if a girl's not into you, it's because you didn't leave a good impression on them. So next time you go on a first date, make sure to have that consciously in mind. What is a very chill way that you can approach the situation, but still be leading, still be right in that masculine energy, because that's what girls like. The same way that we want a girl to be in her feminine energy, we need to be in our masculine energy. So when you go on the date, you're very chill, you're very social, you talk to her, you're confident. And remember that on a first date, you will be nervous, right? There's no going around that, because like I said before, you don't know her from before. So you're walking into a sea of just unknowns and question marks. And of course, that's going to make you nervous. Of course, that might make you a little bit anxious. But what you have to understand is the girl's feeling the exact same way, okay? And if she agreed to go on a date with you, it means that on some level, there is some intrigue within her to get to know who you actually are. And she is slightly interested in you. Otherwise, she wouldn't want to go on a date with you, period. So keep that in mind next time you're nervous to go on a date. Because as the guy, you're supposed to be confident, you're supposed to be leading. So if you're nervous on the date, the girl's not going to like that. And she's going to form a first impression that you're not a solid, stable, confident guy. And remember, girls want to feel protected by the guy. So if they feel that you're not solid and stable, they're not going to feel protected by you. And simply put, they're not going to want to have a relationship with you because they're not going to feel comfortable being around you. They're going to go look for another guy who's going to give them that stable environment that they can feel comfortable in and that they can feel comfortable actually exuding their feminine energy within. The second thing I want to talk about is that people are actually ruled out over first impressions. So if you have a bad first impression, the girl's not going to want to keep talking to you. She's not going to want to continue the date. And of course she will, but she's not going to have the same enthusiasm that she did at the beginning of the date when things were going so well. And odds are she'll never want to see you again, because the first impression is all people have to go off of on the first date. So if you mess it up, you mess the whole thing up. That's why when people are in a relationship with a girl and they've been seeing her for 6, 7, 8 months, they're more comfortable really opening up themselves, because even if you mess up a little bit, the girl won't leave because she already has all these impressions from all these different dates that solidify to her who you are as a person. And that's why one little thing is not going to tell her off. It's not going to make her no longer be interested in you. But on the first date, if anything goes wrong, if any of these things go wrong, a lot of the time that will rule you out in her eyes, and that will make her not want to go on more dates with you. So that's why it's super important, like I said before, to come correct, present yourself in the way you want to be presented. And remember that just like, you know, when you like the girl, she's coming in on the date, she's looking nice and all that, you also want to be coming in looking nice, on your best behavior, initiating the conversation. That way you can really have a great and nice date. Another thing to remember is that actually having and leaving a good first impression on someone is going to make them want to see you again. So if you have a good date with the girl and now you go home, you know, you wait a day or two, then you tell her, oh, this date was so nice, it was so great meeting you, what's your availability like for a date next week? So by leaving a good first impression on her, the girl will actually want to see you again. The girl will want to continue the vibe that you guys had in the first date. She'll want to continue that going on into the second and third and maybe even later dates, right? So That's why it's super important to leave that good first impression, because that's going to continue on into more dates. That's going to lead you to more opportunities with any girl, right? Even if you're just talking to someone in public, right? And you're coming correct, you're coming in a way that is attractive to them and intriguing to them, they're going to want to continue talking to you. And the more you get your foot in the door, the more opportunities that leads to. And it's like that with anyone in life, romantic relationships or regular relationships, it doesn't matter. Even when you're making friends, right? If you're meeting another guy for the first time, right? And you're coming across in a cool, confident way, they're going to want to get to know you more. And the more you talk to them, the more you get your foot in the door, the more opportunities that leads to down the road. The last thing I want to say about leaving a good first impression is that even if you do leave a good first impression, sometimes the girl just won't like you. Maybe you're not physically her type. Maybe your personality is great, but it's just not for her. There's a lot of things that may make her not like you, even if the date went well and nothing went wrong, okay? But what you have to understand is that no matter what, even if she does not like you, she can still respect you. And that's where the importance of that first impression comes in. Because if she respects you, then she still looks at you like, wow, this guy is important, this guy is respectable, and she's going to want to maybe set you up with one of her friends, which gives you more opportunities down the road as well, right? To meet more girls, get more acquainted with them, right? And that's going to lead to you finding the one for you, right? Because the more chances you get, the more opportunities you get with different people, the more likely you are to meet the person who you want to settle down with. So that's what it's about at the end of the day. It's about being respectable and coming across as someone who is presentable, someone who cares about themselves, and that's going to make other people want to care about you and regard you in a high light. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These were the reasons that first impressions are so important. Like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. Share this with your friends, because everyone needs to know how to make a good first impression, and everyone needs to understand why leaving a good first impression is so important. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.